Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are working on cleaning up Britain a little bit up here, and we're going to hop on in over here. The first zoom is always the hardest. There we go. Okay, so we're going to need to deal with these armies off over here, of course, and we're going to need to create ourselves a siege force up here. So we're going to just hop on in, combine these together, and then we're going to get ourselves our bombards split off, as well as, I don't know, maybe around 5k is probably sufficient looking at these armies. We're going to walk down here. We are going to take casualties on the way. It's a little sad, but what are you going to do? So down we go. We're sieging this back, and then we're going to head on over this way. Start getting ourselves our proper territory. We don't have a siege leader here, and we should. This guy will do. Beautiful. Okay. So let's get... And we have a stewardship perk available. We'll go ahead and take at any cost. That will allow us to sell titles. We're maybe interested in doing that right now. I mean, we're banking up cash for cranes. That's going to be done in 3 years. So let's go ahead and do that. Not because we need the cash immediately, but rather because we're going to want it. Okay, so like 800 gold, but an indebted hook. Not ideal. But it'll be fine. So we're going to catch these guys, and we should win this fight easily. And indeed we do. And this siege is already over. Down we go. We're up to 33% war score in this war. And we should get a good chunk here. Yep, that's up to 50% war score. We're going to come down and see about sieging back Ormond. How long is that actually going to take? 5 years? That slow siege I don't think is worth it. Maybe we should come out over here and attack these guys, but that would incur embarkation costs. It's only 252 gold, though. That's less than a month tick, so I think that's... We'll go ahead and do that, and we're going to look to wrap up both of these wars quite quickly. Of course, the war against Connacht is for this up here, so that's going to be interesting to get up there and get that done. But we want to get this out of the way first. Excellent. So they're fighting, or not fighting, but re-sieging over this way. It's very rude of them to be... Okay, we actually captured him during this battle, and so this war is over. We're going to enforce our demands. There we go. We got these 2 locations. We will, of course, grant those out. I want to select the location, not the army. Thank you. Okay, and we'll grant those on out. We are, of course, over our vassal limit by 6 currently, and we're just going to toss those over into Alba here. So we will grant those vassals over. Beautiful. And who is this? Osakov. Okay, that's fine. So, at this point, we're going to actually head over here and siege, and these guys, they're going to come up over here and land here. Again, they're going to embark, and yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll get that war done soon enough. They may get ticking war score against us soon. I'm not exactly sure, but I think we can get enough war score by just taking the territory over here. We'll see if that ends up working. If not, we can always go up here. It's not the end of the world. So these sieges are going to go very quickly indeed. We, of course, have 510 bombards there now. So that's great. We did finish maxing out all of our men-at-arms, correct? Correct. Okay, just wanted to double-check that one. Ooh. This is obnoxious. How long would it take us to get there? 52 days. This siege is done in 11. Okay, so the siege is done now. We're going to start backing off and heading over this way. They raised up all of their troops over here instantly, but, what is this? They'll reveal a secret to us. Okay, what do we got? Deviant. Okay, I kind of don't care. So we need to eliminate this army before we can really proceed here. I'm surprised they're not hitting us here in Ormond. No, I wanted you to go up over here. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very surprised that they decided not to hit us in Ormond. I would have there. That said, they probably would have ended up losing their force when these guys came in, but they may have been able to stack wipe our siege force before then, and that would have caused us severe issues, to be sure. We're going to move on up. We are going to take attrition on the way, but we're going to pursue them. And coming from this direction, we're completely... So that's excellent. Wealth aplenty, huh? We have other plans for that money. We actually do have plans for that money, to be clear. Those are definitely things that we're going to spend that money on, as in, we're going to have cranes very soon. So we're going to spend our money on cranes very soon. Into Brafney we go. Excellent. And the siege has been won. We are fighting their primary army here. In fact, I believe this is their only army. They have 27,000 troops, apparently. No, that's these guys. These guys have 9,000. So they do have another force beyond this. Is probably just an allied force, is my guess. Okay, that's a stack wipe. Beautiful. We're actually going to come back over here and see about sieging this back. It's a level 14 fort. This is a level 3 fort. You know what? We're going to wait here. 5 months? Okay, that'll be fine. We're at 64% war score. This will fall in just a couple days, and then we're going to take over their capital. Now, they do have ticking war score on their side now, but that may or may not matter. We'll see. Okay, let's head into their capital now. No. Let's head into their capital now. Thank you. Excellent. We're 92%. We do expect their capital falling to get us what we need. So these guys, they're going to land up over on Iceland, and we're going to want them to resupply first. I'm actually going to split them here. And we're going to let them resupply now. I'm not going to bother with this slow siege. This should end the war. And this is what level fort? 16? Shouldn't take too long either. Good. So yeah, that'll be 38 days. And we're going to resupply these lads while we wait here. There we go. They should stop taking attrition soon enough. Yeah, that's fine. This is very irritating. Okay, so how long on this siege? 13 days? We should be okay here. Now, they're going to come in and attack us, obviously. But this ends the war. So we don't have to fight them. We're going to enforce the demands. And there we go. Beautiful. Now, these guys, they're going to group back up. And we need to hand this territory out, of course. So we shall. Excellent. And all of these need to be moved into, like, the Kingdom of Alba here. This is, like, de jure where they go, actually. But it doesn't seem to want to give them de jure. So we'll just grant them out the old-fashioned way. Cool. So we'll grant all 3 of those vassals, and we are 4 direct vassals above our cap. That's not too bad. So we're going to get these guys grouped up. They have a few supplies anyway, and they're going to head out to the Faroe Islands and just scout that out for us. And we're also going to head our siege force out there. They will arrive eventually. We don't want the siege force to land first, so we'll just tell them to hover out here. That'll be just fine. Excellent. I don't think they would arrive first, but we'll see. Our wife died. Okay. We do need a new one, of course, and this one will do. We went for her because she is maximum administration. And we're going to tell her, as soon as she's available here, to organize our land for us. Okay, so she is on managed domain. We can actually grab ourselves another domain, and we're going to do exactly that. So we're going to come on over this way, and we're going to grab ourselves this barony. So we'll revoke the title from this guy. Excellent. Bumping us up to 13 out of 13. And all we've got left over here is Connacht, and we're going to have Iceland as... So we're going to hit them here, and we may want to bring these guys in as reinforcement in case we roll poorly. I want to check leadership. Should be okay. Advantage starts on our side very solidly here. Yeah, this is fine. Excellent. So that'll stack wipe them. Got some good captures there, but none of them were actually... So we're maxed for Battle War score, and this siege will be done in 30 days. That's fine. We don't have a siege leader here. I don't think we really need one. There will be another siege, or, well, a few sieges to be done up on Iceland. So that'll be fine. And there we go. We're at 41%. We're just going to go land in their capital. And taking their capital is likely going to end the war, but not necessarily. We'll see how that ends up going. We can demand payments, and that's something that I would like to do. So we'll do that. We can also ransom some prisoners here. As long as they're not vassals, I'm okay with that. So we will happily do that. 10 gold here. Excellent. The list changed on me. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a number here that aren't vassals, so we should probably be working our way through this list. Cool. We, of course, also want to work on clearing up Iberia, and that will be kind of our next step here after we're done with the Iceland War. Okay, so all of these are vassals over here. Actually, this one's a rival. We'll ransom him back. There we go. Get this one done. How's that siege going? It's underway, and it will be finishing soon enough. Good. They can't actually contest us, so that's fine. There we go. War is indeed over. We will enforce those demands and disband our troops. Now, we're going to, of course, need to hand this title out. That'll go to this guy. And, I mean, it should go to this Khan, really. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's go through the rest of these ransoms here. There's not that many more. Just get all of that gold. Now, already considering a proposal. Okay. So we'll let those tick a bit, and we'll give it a couple of months before we declare our next war. I'd like to let these guys finish their reinforcement. We should have a couple more that we can ransom here. Yes, 10 gold. 10 gold. And we'll have to wait for the last one, looks like. There we go. 25 gold. Nice. So that's all of these for now. Cool. We're currently 4 direct vassals above our limit. That's not a huge concern at this moment. We have maxed out our men-at-arms again, so that's great. We're going to look then at declaring war on Iberia, just in general. However, hello, Count. We're going to grant you over to your de jure liege. There you go. Any others of those hanging around? We should probably do like a cursory look for them periodically. Like, we don't have to spend a ton of time looking around, but just a cursory look to see if any of those sorts of situations have cropped up again. Looks like none up over this direction. Yeah, none over here. Okay. Wait, is this our territory now? No. Sardinia and Corsica has this. I didn't actually realize that. For some reason, I guess that is a slightly different color? I don't know. I'm colorblind, so I have a hard time seeing that difference. That's a bit of a rough one for me, but now that I know it's there, I can't not see it. So that's the thing. We do want to clean up the Italy region, but right now I'm focused on Iberia. So what can we get for Navarra? We could do a Duchy of Aragon de jure. That's only a single county. None of these are amazing. We've already done our Holy War for Kingdom, and this wouldn't be a good one anyway to do. So I think we're just going to do our de jure claim here. It's not going to be fully cleaned up, but we'll make progress. Okay, what about this kid? What can we do here? That's not a great de jure duchy. Actually, this is a pretty good duchy here. Yeah, I like this duchy. We'll do that. And then we expect what? 2 more wars? 2 more wars. So we'll declare on this guy. We'll take... I don't like either of these duchies. We'll take this one. I'm not hugely convinced by it, but it'll do. And then we'll declare on this guy, conquering... Well, it's got to be this duchy. There's going to be some border gore here. For sure. But we should be able to get these wrapped up pretty quickly and pretty cheaply. So we're going to raise our men-at-arms, and we're also going to raise, I don't know, maybe around 20,000 troops. I honestly don't think we're going to need a huge amount. That said, they did hire holy orders. Well, we'll raise up a few then. They're walking towards us, but we should have enough troops to prevent them from walking in here. Oh yeah, we definitely will. So I'm going to go to 30k here. Actually, I'm going to go to 40k. Yeah, this'll do. So we'll go to 40, we'll stop gathering, and then we're going to split off around 5,000 of those. These guys are going to move up over here. Now, we don't have the men-at-arms for another 3 months yet, but I would like to come on over here. I do want to put a leader in over here. This guy will do. And for the men-at-arms, I would rather have a siege leader. There we go. Excellent. So we're going to move in over here, fight these guys, and, I mean, they're going to do some sieging over here. This is all expected. So that'll do. Our men-at-arms will arrive in the eventual state. Like, the eventually time. That's when they're going to show up. And by the eventually time, I mean 35 days. That's how that works, for the record. So we're going to wrap up these wars pretty quickly once they actually show up, and it should be reasonably fine. No big deal over here. I'm surprised these guys were just chilling next to us. That's insane to me. Because now we can walk in and catch them. I don't know, that's weird. 4 more days here, and we just discovered cranes. Let's go ahead and split off our bombards. And we want to make sure we have the siege leader in here. And I put the other leader, or the siege leader, in here. So we'll put this guy in, and we'll have these move on over. Group these together, and we put in our siege leader. And then we go up and start taking the Wargol. Beautiful. So with cranes discovered, we should immediately begin investment with the cash that we have, and that'll do just fine. I was just checking to see if we could get more cash easily, and we couldn't. So we will go ahead and upgrade our hunting grounds in all of these castles. That is going to be our top priority for the moment, is just upgrading our castles, and just the ones that we personally hold for the moment. Upgrading locations like this is things that we're not too concerned about just yet. We will get there. Okay, so additional castles over here. I'm still going to upgrade these castles. That's interesting. That's very interesting. We're going to upgrade that, and we're going to upgrade this. A little surprising that these could happen, but I'm guessing you're Anglo-Saxon. Okay, that would do it. That'll do the trick. So we're going to come down over here and continue to upgrade our economy duchies. That'll be great. We'll get our massive stone quarries done. And there we go. So that's all of those underway. And then we may as well start working on a couple of these larger upgrades, I guess. I mean, they're not hugely important right now. But we'll just get our money spent down a bit there. And what is being exposed next? I mean, direct vassal and fellow vassal opinion is okay, I guess. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Okay, so let's head on in here and finish up these wars. They shouldn't take too long, but they will take a little bit just to move around. Of course, Iberia's a pretty big place, turns out. But we're going to get a good amount of territory from this. We're not going to get it fully cleared up, but that's okay. So let's get these guys grouped together. And once our men-at-arms are actually here, we are expecting to start being able to stack wipe these guys. With just our levy troops, we were never going to be able to stack wipe them, of course. But this is going to be a stack wipe if they let us catch them. They should not. They should not let us catch them, for the record. That is absolutely something that they should not allow us to do. But they probably will, because, you know, AI. Let's see what happens. The siege is underway. And we will be wrapping up our Navarra war fairly soon. I'm actually expecting... They're locked in here. So we stack wipe their whole army, get 50% total war score out of that, get ticking on our side, and start sieging their capital. That's the idea here. Okay, yeah, that just works. Cool. So we're going to come over here and start working on... That'll be just fine. That's exciting. Also, apparently, the phone is ringing. It is not supposed to be doing this. Please stop, phone. This is not the time. Thank you. Okay, so apparently we have converted to witchcraft. I mean, we're an adulterer. Okay, cool. Someone knows our secret. Okay, so that'll be fine. We have the stewardship perk available, and we are going to go ahead and take avaricious. There we go. Fantastic. And we're just going to move on in over here, and we're going to take the capital. Excellent. Hopefully now I'm less distracted, but it is basically right at the end of the episode. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put in a cut a little bit early here. That call was actually fairly important, and I need to get to that. So I'm going to do that, and we're like 2 minutes early, but that's okay. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. Oh, okay. Let's just do this quick. There we go. We'll hand those out in the next episode. See you all then.